Hi everyone, and welcome to Jane Talks Trek, where I'll be talking about and reviewing an episode of the original series, The Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, or Enterprise. Today, I'm looking at Datalore from The Next Generation's first season, or as I like to call it that time, twinning wasn't winning. This episode was requested by Mr. Lau. I know you asked for all the lore episodes in one go, but unfortunately with my schedule being as hectic as it is at the moment, it's just not feasible to do that right now. So hopefully this will be enough for the time being. But thank you for your suggestion, and let's get going. We begin the episode with Enterprise heading for Data's home planet, but he's too busy practicing sneezing for some reason. They detect no life signs, not even plants, even though Data remembers there being farms. So Riker assembles an away team, and into the credits we go. They beam down and find a total shithole, so Data takes them on a tour, pointing out where he was found 23 years ago, and Geordi discovers a hidden door in the rocks that leads to the Dharma Initiative. They go exploring and find TechniQuest, where Data sees some drawings on the wall, and uh-oh, that's that crystalline entity thing, isn't it? They poke around and find a Data face mask before they find the dry ice storage, and is that Data's butt? He wants to reassemble the other Data. Please don't. So a team of randos poke around it, and Riker straight up asks Data if the other has a dick. They show Picard the kid's drawing before Beverly fingers Data, and they use him to play Operation on the duplicate, and it wakes up, sassing Data almost immediately, saying he's imperfect, and introduces himself as Lore. Oh, here we go. Lore is hanging out on the bridge, which Data isn't happy about, and takes him away, where Lore talks about their father, Noonien Sung, and how he was made first but was deemed too human, which is why Data was then made. He asks to access the computer to learn about the ship, and Data agrees. Damn it, dude, do you want Khan? 'Cause this is how you get Khan. But he does fill them in on what happened to the planet, the crystalline entity. Tasha tracks Lore's movements, which seems suspicious, so Data goes to check it out, where Lore spikes his drink, which has some pretty immediate effects, and he splats out. Lore reveals he's in cahoots with the crystalline entity to nobody in particular, and when the bridge notices suspicious activity, Wesley is sent to check on Data, who he notices immediately is Lore. Lore uses a doodad to make Data's face twitchy and fix his twitch, and goes to the bridge where they're visited by the crystalline entity, and Wesley is rude to Lore, so he's told off by Picard and followed by Riker. Lore makes up some bullshit and kicks them both out, where Wesley once again tries to convince everyone it's Lore. But he's shot down again, and then the entity attacks, causing Lore to rush to the bridge and tell it to stop. He goes off to do something, and Wesley tries again.
But shut up, Wesley!
And he complains that he would have been listened to had he been a grown-up, so he's booted off the bridge. Worf gets trapped on the turbo lift with Lore, who kicks his ass, while Wesley convinces Beverly to turn Data back on, and they confront Lore, who's pretty savage.
The troublesome little man-child. Are you prepared for the kind of death you've earned, little man?
He tells Beverly to run and then sets her arm on fire, so Data attacks Lore. Hello, stunt double, and he's able to fling him onto the transporter, and Wesley sends him into space. The entity moves away, and Picard tells Wesley to return to the bridge. I hate Lore. I know he only appears a handful of times, but Brent Spiner is so good at being annoying that I want to punch him in the face. He did a similar sort of character in the episode Masks, and while it's impressive he has such range, I really hate Lore, so these episodes are not favourable. It's good that we explored Data's backstory and we get the first appearance of the crystalline entity, which I previously talked about in my Silicon Avatar review. Lore and Data are an interesting idea. One deemed too human, the other too inhuman, but the one who is less human is the more stable one because let's face it, humans be cray-cray. I'm gonna say something groundbreaking. I actually liked Wesley in this episode. He obviously clocked right away that it was Lore and not Data, and he had a very good point. He would have been listened to if he had been a more senior officer or an adult. He may be an annoying little dweeb, but he does have a point, and he does seem more switched on than half the bridge crew. So there you have it. That was Datalore. If there's an episode of Star Trek you'd like me to cover, pop it down in the comments below or come say hi on social media. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button, it really does mean a lot, or consider subscribing if you want to be assimilated into my channel. Alternatively, feel free to check out my other YouTube channels. Thank you so much for watching, I'll speak to you soon, and live long and prosper.